welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lilith Alwyn. I enjoy playing video games and sometimes I like to share that joy with others. In today's stream, we will be continuing my playthrough of Life is Strange Reunion, where we left off last. Max and Chloe had just been reunited. Chloe showed up to save Max from a very sketchy situation, and they were getting ready to go see Moses to discuss the weird dream memories that Chloe has been having. We also found out that when the realities merged, something changed what happened in Arcadia Bay because Chloe's mom is still alive and Arcadia Bay is not destroyed. So hopefully we'll get some clarification on what caused that to happen and what reality looks like now. If you missed my previous 2 streams, you can view those on my YouTube channel at Lilith Alwyn. If you have already seen them, welcome back, and let's get into the continuation of the game.
Is that what I think it is? You assholes have your own observatory? Okay. I know we have a fire and an existential crisis to solve, but I am definitely breaking in there tonight. Earth to Max. You good?
Sorry. I just still can't believe it. You're really here.
Listen, if I'm gonna feel okay about being here with everything you have going on, I don't want to be weighing you down.
You're not.
Good. Then let's split up. I'll go up to the Science Palace and meet your friend while you go focus on the firefuckers.
No, I'll walk you there.
Max, I've navigated stairs before. Go. Get some answers. I'll call you soon.
It just dawned on me what Moses texted Max about when she was in New York, when he was like, I'll fill you in when you get back. I think Chloe showed up looking for Max, and Moses was like keeping her around until Max showed up. And that would explain why when Max showed up at the fire, Moses was carrying Chloe, and they died together, because Moses was keeping the fact that Chloe was there from Max until Max got back. So that explains why Chloe was there. Because she showed up looking for Max to try and explain her dreams. Very interesting. I'm curious to see how accurate that theory is. Alright, so we've got a depictions of death warning for anyone who is worried about it.
Chloe!
I'm okay, you goober. Now go.
Good luck. She must have come looking for me, and I wasn't here. She found Moses and she... But I'm here now. And this time, I will make sure nothing happens to her.
Okay, well that was confirmation of my theory much sooner than I thought I would receive it. Moving on.
Hard to think about anything besides Chloe at the moment. But if I want to save her and everyone else, I need to start finding answers now. Where can I dig up more information on Abraxas? Maybe I can find someone to help me.
So we've got a couple new messages to look at. Alright, so Max texted Moses. She said, "Hey, heads up, there's an important visitor coming to your office now." Moses said, ... "Are you going to give me any more than that?" And Max said, "Honestly, I don't think my thumbs can handle the amount of explanation it requires. Better just to talk to her." Moses said, "Sure, I'm ready to receive your mystery guest." Speaking of, you broke in the Abraxas house last night? Max said, "Yes, but how?" Moses said, "I connected some dots between my police scanner and the security text blast, and knowing you, didn't we agree not to make any major changes?" Max said, "I wasn't trying to. I was looking around the outside and I saw something strange. Next thing I know, I was in the basement with Loretta. Sirens started blaring and the house almost came down on our heads." Moses said, "Wait, Loretta? Didn't you see something about her in the original fire?" Max said, "Yes, Loretta's March, but what's the connection?" Moses said, "I don't know, but I'm realizing we need to start collecting everything you find. We have no idea what might be important yet. I want you to send me everything related to the fire. I'll transcribe and catalog it all and create a database for any evidence for us to review later." Max said, "Will do, thank you, Moses." And then we've got some messages between Chloe and Max. Max said, "Hey, let me know if you need me to come meet up with you. The admin building isn't too far." Chloe said, "Max, you literally just walked away from me. I haven't even made it up the stairs yet. Though, to be fair, I'm not sure the staircase has an end to it. Jesus fucking Christ, I need to quit smoking." Max said, "That sounds great. Maybe right after we solve your existential crisis." Chloe said, "Deal." "Okay, I think I've climbed Mount Science. I'm heading in." Max said, "Good luck. Send updates." Chloe said, "Update, I was wrong. There are more stairs. Fuck my life." And before we go talk with Vin, we're gonna go explore and just make sure there's no collectibles or anything. It looks like there's 3 potential collectible photos to take in this level. So Vin is gonna be in there, which means we're gonna go over here to explore first.
Did someone vandalize this plaque? Or are they trying to add to Gretchen's list of accomplishments?
Gretchen Kostov, class of 1964, member of Caledon University's first co-ed class. Gretchen pioneered the Caledon Women's Equality League, the Caledon Caller, and other initiatives that continue making Caledon a great place for students to this day.
I always make conversation and bad rock puns when I see Gretchen. She just has sentimental value.
Sentimental value is hilarious.
I hope Loretta learned something from her brush with disaster last night, but I doubt it. Good morning. Okay? Promise is a promise.
Oh no.
What happened last night was terrifying. I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Question 1. What is your connection to the Abraxas Society?
I don't have one. Some of my students are members, but I'm not.
Then why were you in their basement last night?
Abraxas is good at keeping secrets. I don't know if any of those secrets are dangerous, but I want to find out.
Question 2. Should students be concerned about an unchecked secret society running...
Loretta. My turn. How are you doing?
I'm coping, honestly. I think it would help me get some closure if I understood what happened last night.
I respect the need for closure, and for answers.
I swear, Max, there's something weird about this. Abraxas is hiding something. Nobody's been able to take them on, ever. The Caledon Crier has been publishing for 60 years. You know what's in their archives? Puff pieces on how Abraxas throws the best parties. I've searched Abraxas and every other creepy occult word I could think of. Nothing of substance.
I'll make you a deal. In lieu of any more grilling, how about I find you some more search terms? Then we can pool our research.
I'll consider it.
Abraxas has a lot of secrets. It's time somebody cracked them. Learning through osmosis. Not a well-respected field, but the early research is promising. Vin adores Jack Parsons. I wonder if it's an Abraxas thing or a Vin thing.
Chapter 4, The Moon, the Stars, the Occult, The Life and Legacy of Jack Parsons. Few people achieve the levels of fame and notoriety that Jack Parsons did, and he managed to achieve it twice over as both a brilliant rocket scientist and an influential occultist. Born October 2, 1914, Parsons was a daring, some might say reckless, engineer who died on June 17, 1952, at the tragic age of 37 after an explosion in his home laboratory. Between his work with Aleister Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard, before Hubbard swindled him, and his contributions to the American counterculture movement, Parsons left an indelible mark. Some even credit him with our culture's growing interest in neo-paganism. Parsons is rightly seen as a pioneer in the aerospace industry, but his legacy is incomplete without an accounting of his contributions to modern occult practices. In all aspects of his life, he worked tirelessly to pierce the veil between the known and the great unknown.
I always thought Abraxas was creepy. But at least it's the least creepy rooster-reptile hybrid.
Rooster-reptile hybrids. In the mythological bestiary, a surprising number of creatures come from a very unlikely pairing, that of a rooster and a reptile. The list below is not even an exhaustive one. See Chapter 9, Local Legends, for information on the snallygaster. Basilisk, head and body of a rooster, tail of a snake. Created from a snake or toad egg hatched by a chicken. Its gaze is instantly fatal and its breath can choke victims. Weakness, weasels. Abraxas, head of a rooster, body of a man, serpents for legs. Differing accounts, either an Egyptian god or a demon. Name is said to have magical meaning and may be a shortened form of abracadabra. Historical associations with time, destiny, and balance. Cockatrice, head of a rooster, body and wings of a dragon. Created from a chicken egg hatched by a toad or snake, also possesses a deadly gaze with the addition of a deafening roar. Weakness, a rooster's crow.
If a bunch of rowdy Abraxans start building a bonfire, it could get bad, fast.
Playing with fire. Fire is nature's most beautiful and dangerous element. While we often think only of its destructive potential, it can also represent new beginnings, as fire can cleanse and reshape as well as destroy. It reminds the modern witch that she contains enormous power, which can turn dangerous, even devastating if used without control. If you want to incorporate fire into your practice, a few pillar candles, red if you wish, will bring power and focus to your next ritual. Or consider building a bonfire where the beauty of the flame is on full display. Bonfire rituals are especially potent when combined with spells of banishment or forgetting. Plagued with thoughts of an ex? What better way to move forward than by taking an old love letter or photo and consigning it to the flames?
Can you try bonfire?
A few Labor Day parties, a production of The Arsonists, and... Oh.
Look at the date. That's this weekend. Do they have an annual bonfire?
Ugh. They misspelled Abraxas. Amateurs.
I mean, it's a student newspaper. You're all amateurs.
Excuse you.
The Caledon Caller, September 22nd, 1997. Bonfire at Secret Society House raises questions. A large bonfire at the Abraxas house got out of control and spread to the lawn on Saturday. The Lakeport Fire Department was called to 3180 Fremont Street after several neighbors noticed the smell of smoke. When the fire department arrived, the flames were mostly extinguished. The society issued a statement this morning apologizing for the fire and assuring the community that no underage drinking took place. This brush with the police comes after the society has been implicated in several high-profile pranks and hosted last year's memorable Krampus party. Well, memorable for those of us who weren't taken to the ER for alcohol poisoning. Some students defend the society's antics, while others feel that Abraxas has strayed too far from its occult roots.
Try Jack Parsons.
One article. Already read this one. I told you. Puff pieces.
When I heard about Diamond,
I know. That's when I really started digging into Abraxas.
The Caledon Caller, May 3rd, 2024. Abraxas promises stability amid turmoil. The Abraxas Society is reeling from the sudden departure of their president, Diamond Washington, after only one semester in power. Abraxans were surprised to discover that the president's quarters were vacant on Monday morning, 2 weeks before the end of the semester. Washington left behind a note saying that she was leaving school and resigning from the presidency, but did not offer any explanations. Abraxas is currently scheduling an emergency election for the presidency, and some members are wondering if the group is in trouble. However, Vin Lang, the previous president, thinks the society has a bright future. Listen, being the president is hard, but it's not go off the grid hard, Lang said. When I got to Caledon, I was a gawky theater kid with a crush on Jack Parsons. Abraxas was a beautiful refuge from the stress of college, and its members have gone on to do great things in many industries. Lang himself may be proof of Abraxas's magic touch. He recently celebrated a promotion to Director of Administration at Caledon, and was just named the first ever recipient of the school's Regents Chair Grant, which will allow him to pursue an MBA.
look for Gretchen Kostov.
The founder of the newspaper? There's gonna be a lot. Okay. Several articles written by her, a few reviews of her films, and...
The Abraxas Society wasn't always the Abraxas Society.
But it seems like the occultist stuff was there from the beginning.
The Caledon Caller, December 11th, 1979. Women's Equality League reports changes. The Caledon Women's Equality League is changing their name next year. The group is inviting members to submit ideas for new names, which will be voted on in the upcoming semester. The league has already seen many changes in the last decade. Founder, Gretchen Kostov, had to fight an uphill battle, first when establishing the group and later when finding them housing off campus. At the time, according to Lakeport law, any house with 2 or more unrelated women living together was legally a brothel. Since setting up residency at 3180 Fremont Street, the group has hosted numerous anti-war protests and seasonal occult rituals. While members are tight-lipped about their ceremonies, several members have stated that the group is neither a cult nor a coven. The League has started allowing male members last year, perhaps prompting this name change. Gretchen Kostov, the League's founder, on the porch of their Fremont Street headquarters, 1964.
So, what do we know?
That Abraxas has been getting away with mayhem for decades. They could do anything to anyone, and we'd never know.
But the party wasn't on just any day. Is there something special about this weekend? I'll be right back. Maybon, that's it. But what is it? Okay, try Maybon.
Oh, here we go. A masked Maybon party? And look, it's the same weekend as the other article. They must be prepping for another one tonight.
September 24th, 1984. Dark Magic at Caledon, Special Investigation. Did you know that here, on our very own campus, an occult society might be practicing the dark arts? They've even been known to play Dungeons and Dragons. This reporter won't name the group, who have threatened previous investigators with libel lawsuits. But I can exclusively report that last Saturday, a Maybon party took place off campus. Attendees wore masks and drank potions from engraved goblets. At midnight, an unknown ritual took place in the basement. This photograph was obtained from an anonymous source who was eager to convince me that Maybon isn't satanic, it just celebrates the cycle of death and rebirth, and that the rumors of human sacrifices are greatly exaggerated. The source ended the conversation after I asked whether their famed Hall of Secrets contains, as many have speculated, a portal to hell.
This is what we need. I just have to get my hands on a mask, and I could go anywhere, talk to anyone. Max?
There won't be a party. We need to talk to Vin and shut it down.
Hold on. Think about this. I'll post part 1 of my podcast tonight, then we'll go and ask people about it. They'll spill their guts.
No way. It's too risky.
Risky how? You're still not telling me something, aren't you? I told the police I was in that basement alone. Now you're stonewalling me?
Someone anonymously threatened the school. I can't get anyone to take it seriously, and I'm looking into it myself. That's the truth.
I knew there was something. Max, this party is how we find the truth. I'm out of leads. President Teller ignored my requests for a comment. Reggie says I'm crazy. Tonight is my last chance.
Okay. I have a responsibility to try and stop the party. But Abraxas has ways of getting around the authorities, so I don't know how much good it'll do. I know you want answers. I also know that if you go to the Abraxas house tonight, you'll be putting yourself in danger. Again. Promise me you won't do that.
I promise I will try to find the truth and not do anything stupid in the process. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do.
I could rewind and make Loretta forget the party is even happening. But is that a step too far?
If we rewind, it keeps her from going to the party, which means if something bad happens at the party, she's kept safe, but if we don't rewind, she goes and she might get some useful information. Oh. I'm not gonna rewind. I'm gonna let her have choice in this, and hopefully she makes the correct choice and doesn't get hurt.
Abraxas is really going to war with the administration. Not sure who's winning. Can I put my International Photography Award in here? Maybe it would get Owen to take me seriously. When a slogan feels like a personal attack. Ugh, the Caledon rebrand is beginning. I don't think Vin has let all of his recent success get to his head. But it's hard to tell with him. Vin's moved up in the world since his administrative assistant days. I'm guessing the university wouldn't pay for a new nameplate, so he made one himself. Classic Vin. I can't believe Vin saddled his hedgehog with his own totally not embarrassing middle name. I need to talk to Vin about Mabon. But can I trust him to be honest with me about it? What the hell? You towed my car?
You mispronounced. Thank you for saving my job, Vin. I owe you several drinks. Owen is furious that the demolition was held up. What do you think would happen if he found out you were there? Why were you there?
There is something strange going on. It's centered around the Abraxas house, and I think you know what it is.
Max, I don't have time for your sleuthing. Owen needs my help. The board is asking questions, and there goes my Saturday.
What has he gotten you mixed up in?
Nothing. The Abraxas house was irreparably damaged by the storm.
Didn't look that bad to me.
And Owen's Caledon 2.0 plans hinge on the future site for the Scientific Institute for Caledon. Unfortunately abbreviated, SICK. I know he's a dick, but he's an ambitious leader. And he's got the backing of the board. So, the house is coming down.
I saw the stay of demolition. According to the court, the house is staying right there.
And yet, come down it must. Either now, due to a miscommunication with the demolition company, or later, due to an expensive legal battle.
I don't understand. You were the president of Abraxas. Doesn't this bother you?
Of course it does. I want to keep Caledon weird. And I want to keep the Abraxas house in all of its haunted glory. But this is happening. All I can do is advocate. For Abraxas, you, and the arts in general, I'm doing my best. Now, to take my word for it? Or are you going to keep asking me questions that I can't answer?
Vin, you have to cancel the Maybon party.
He did. I told Reggie there wasn't a good backup spot to build a bonfire. It's canceled as of last...
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, about these messages...
They'll have to wait.
Vin looked like he wanted to chase Owen out of the room.
Maybe I can push him over the edge. I should rewind and convince Vin to leave when Owen does.
Vin and I are friends, but he won't just let me stroll into it.
There is something strange going on.
Max.
I don't... You need help getting Owen's attention? Loretta is planning to release her podcast about the demolition tonight. But maybe if Owen gives her the comment she's after, he can reduce the damage.
Holy shit. That will get his attention. And, oh god, make him supremely angry. Still, thank you.
Vin, I need that file from the archive by end of day.
Got it right here. Sir, I have to speak with you immediately.
Not now.
It's new information about that podcast.
Fine. Walk with me.
That should buy me enough time to search the office. Normally I wouldn't suspect Caledon's president of arson. But someone's about to burn down the building he wants to get rid of. Owen could work anywhere he wanted, but he came back to Caledon. I thought that was sweet, before I met him. Did he lose his key or something? Everyone keeps saying that the Abraxas house is badly damaged, but I didn't see anything wrong.
Lakeport, Vermont. Land parcel agreement 3000 to 3200 Fremont Street. Page 233 of 307, Addendum 6. Buyer will not demolish the building located at 3180 Fremont Street, hereafter referred to as the Abraxas House, until receiving a signed order of demolition from the Lakeport County Court. Said order is contingent upon a visit from a structural engineer scheduled to take place on Monday, September 23rd. Once the structural engineer, hereafter referred to as the engineer, confirms that the building is damaged beyond repair, the order of demolition can be resubmitted to the Lakeport County Court. If the engineer's report contraindicates demolition, the matter will be referred to the Lakeport Historical Commission for further review. Said provisions have been agreed upon by Caledon University and the Lakeport Historical Commission.
Can I hate something that would make Moses happy? I think I can.
Nice, still logged in. Guess I'm due for a lucky break.
Email from New England Rec Kings to Owen. Subject, the fuck. Owen, my guys are telling me that you're throwing them under the bus to Lakeport PD. Listen, I've got plenty of words for the idiots who didn't check the basement, but who told them that the demolition had been approved? Who assured me to my face that the court documents were on their way and it has to be tonight? Do you know how much shit I'd be in if the cops had found the explosives? I had to hide them in a dumpster like a fucking mobster. I only took this contract as a favor to Yasmin, but we're done. I told my guys to pull the equipment. Find someone else to do your dirty work, and get your fancy team of lawyers ready, asshole.
Owen's trying to seem more likable, so he outsources the job to a chatbot. This fucking guy.
From Vin Lang. Sir, the new AI chat program is ready for your review. I downloaded it to your desktop this morning. As I've said, I have some concerns about using your voice. I know we're attempting to address the unlikable and unrelatable accusations, but even with more boundary conditions, a user could get you to say just about anything. I'm sure you can imagine the potential downsides and PR nightmares that could follow. Let me know if you have any feedback for the developer, Vin.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Owen at all.
From Yasmin to Owen. Subject, last night. Are you feeling alright? We'll discuss your previous message after the call with the board. I suggest you get your head on straight before then. Yasmin. I think the real question is, how do you fuck up your relationships with your daughter so badly that she doesn't even answer your calls? Maybe you should stop trying, or maybe I should offer her a professorship. She's clearly the real talent in the family. Owen. I'm getting calls from the demolition company. Stan is furious and threatening to sue. What happened at the Abraxas house last night? Yasmin.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today? The Abraxas Society was founded in 1962 by Gretchen Kostov. Originally known as the Caledon Women's Equality League, the group is open to all students in good academic standing.
Was worth a shot.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today? President Teller has his weekly meeting scheduled with Reggie Kagan. Location, Central Quad.
Wait, he was just here.
Hi, I'm Callie, your Caledon automated assistant. How can I help you today? Instructor Caulfield, your class size and inattention to grading have raised questions as to the efficacy of your course.
Wow, even the robot knows that Owen doesn't respect me. Breaking into his own files? That weird email to Yasmin?
Oh, it's Safi.
Wasn't Owen just now. Holy shit. Safi. What was she doing in Owen's office? She asked Vin to get a file for her. She's up to something. Oh no.
Max? Are you, like, in there? President Teller's office. Sir?
Vin, I need you to go get me something.
Max? Is that you? Fuck it. I'm coming in.
I think that's everything in here that we could look at. So, let's get out of here before we get in trouble.
No, Vin, no problem. Like I was never even here. You want to play cat and mouse, Safi? Let's play. Safi could be anywhere by now. Knowing her, She probably stuck around to watch me squirm.
I need your assurance that our understanding still holds. This isn't just about Abraxas's future, Reggie. It's about yours, too.
Max, hey, I needed to ask you about yesterday's assignment. Do you have a minute? Sorry, President Teller, I really need to understand this whole, a negative space thing.
Why do I suspect you're not looking to talk photography?
Sorry, I just needed to get out of there.
Are you okay?
It's been a day. Owen's breathing down my neck, up to my ass in angry emails, and now Marlon says I'm acting crazy.
Why would he say that?
When I saw him this morning, he asked if he could borrow something important, and now he's saying he never even saw me. Stoner. He probably just lost it and he doesn't want to admit it. But it's extremely important for reasons that are extremely time sensitive.
Does it have to do with the Maybon party by any chance?
Maybon? What is that?
Reggie, I know the party was officially canceled. It would be a very bad idea to hold it anyway.
I always appreciate your advice, Max. It's fine. There's probably a whole stack of them down in the basement. I just need to get there early.
So the party is still at the Abraxas house. Good to know. What was that talk with you and Owen about? It sounded intense.
Nothing important. Just ensuring the success of Caledon 2.0. No pressure.
He said the two of you had an understanding?
Understanding? Who really understands anything these days? What does that word even mean, you know?
Reggie, I know there's a lot going on. Just be careful.
I always am. See you around, Max.
That was definitely Reggie. But what about the rest of the pod? When Safi was impersonating Owen, she took a Caledon folder from Vin. That's my tell. Anyone with a Caledon folder could be Safi. I need to check out each one I find. The man has absolutely no hold on this guy.
New journal entry. Well, that was a productive trip to the president's office. I need to regroup. Here are the people who definitely know more than they're letting on. Reggie. Being the president of Abraxas comes with a certain amount of skullduggery. He's hiding something, it's just a question of what. But Reggie has been working for months to save the Abraxas house. Why would he want to burn it down? Vin. Knowing more than he lets on is Vin's whole personality. He's a secretive guy, but he's also my friend. He reports to Owen, but he loves Abraxas. Is Vin involved in something or caught in the middle of it? Lucas. Hates Caledon. Emboldened by his podcast. Such a dick. I don't know if Lucas is capable of violence, but I certainly trust him less than I trust the other two. Who else? Here are the people who might know more than they're letting on. Owen. What's his deal? He seems laser focused on his goal of ruining Caledon by turning it into Tech Bro heaven. Would he burn down the Abraxas house if it stood in his way? Loretta. I don't think she's involved. She sure wasn't aware that the Abraxas house was about to come down. But Loretta's march was named after her for a reason. Besides, it's always a fair assumption that Loretta knows more than she says. Safi. The wildest wild card. Currently running around campus for reasons unknown, why is she back now? Why is she creeping around looking for information, trying to get me off her scent? I have to talk to her.
Is it me, or are there more of these gnomes around than there used to be?
Yes, they just keep multiplying.
Not a folder to be seen. Good. Safi hasn't been on campus since the storm. What is it like for her to be back here? Yasmin must have commissioned this sculpture after Safi died.
Sophia Dreams, artist Patricia Singh. This sculpture elicited a great deal of surprise when it was delivered to Caledon's campus. Communication with the artist revealed that it had been commissioned the previous year by President Fayed, who had no memory of doing so. While its original purpose is unknown, this sculpture has become a meditation on impermanence. It reminds us that our thoughts and memories, as solid as they feel, are subject to constant change.
I'll bet Safi got a real kick out of seeing this. I can always tell how I'm feeling by what I see in this sculpture. Today it looks like a dragon. Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet. Unsurprisingly, Owen is being a Karen.
Oh my god, how annoying.
The whole school feels about as stable as you do right now. Safi was just shapeshifted as Owen. Maybe she didn't have time to change yet.
We will come back to him.
Down with President Keller! Save the Abraxas house!
Someone's fighting the power in a weird way.
Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Keller! Save the Abraxas house!
Hell yeah, man. Exercise that right to protest.
Use it or lose it, am I right? Down with President Keller! Save the Abraxas!
Hell yeah, man.
Down with President Keller! Save the Abraxas house!
Safi saw my class. Maybe she'd shapeshift as one of my students to mess with me? Safi can't have gone far. I need to keep looking. Still no sign of Safi. I have to keep looking. Sometimes this sculpture feels like a self-portrait. Not today, though. Safi knows all the English teachers. If she wanted to blend in, maybe she'd choose one of them? Hello?
Hey, Hey, hippie. Just checking in.
Have you talked to Moses?
Not yet. He was with a student. I'm just sitting outside the planetarium, trying to imagine what it would be like to go to school here. But if I had that kind of money, I'd probably just buy a tour bus.
You are gonna love Moses. I wish I could be there for this meeting of the minds.
I don't. This way, we can jump straight into talking shit about you.
Har har. Well, I'm sure he'll have some theories about what's happening with you. He'll probably want to run some tests, too. He can get a little test-happy when it comes to powers and timelines.
On my trip out here, I spent hours wondering what it would be like to see you again. But I never expected mad scientist friend hangout.
What did you expect?
Most often, a slammed door in my face.
Really? Why?
Well, we didn't part ways on the best terms, and you never responded to my text.
I wanted to. I worried that if I sent you one text, I might send you 1,000. I mean, we talked all morning, and there's still so much more to say.
Well, it's a start.
So what I'm hearing is, even though the school's in danger, and reality's a mess, this trip is going better than you expected?
Oh. Damn. I guess it is.
I should get back to the search. I'll text you when I know anything.
See you soon.
Cute. Alright. Does this guy know anything? Does he have anything with him? No. Alright.
Safi knows all the English teachers. If she wanted to...
Are we sure we want to do this? What if my husband finds out?
I already told my husband. He was excited until I told him he couldn't watch.
Oh, Max, can you give us a moment? We're discussing some plans.
What? Okay, so they were talking about doing a presentation together. That makes way more sense than where my mind went. Did I hear that right?
I wish my husband was as open-minded as yours. Okay, I'll book us the hotel room.
Try to get one on the top floor. We could get pretty loud.
So, I'll get my hands in it, and you'll tell me if I touch anything sensitive?
Come on, I'm not fragile. Give it to me as hard as you can.
Nope, not getting fooled again. Of course everyone has the same folder. And only one of them is Safi.
Hey, Jeanette.
Oh, hey, Max. Fancy seeing you here.
Were you pleased with the photos you took in class?
Definitely. But I wanted to get a few more to choose from. I asked Reggie if he wanted to shoot together, but he said he had some pressing plans. Lame.
Doing some alfresco homework?
Oh, no, it's a personal project.
I'll leave you to it. See you in class.
Max, have you ever... I'm sort of thinking about applying to grad school?
For what?
Oh. I shouldn't have... Never mind.
Wait, Jeanette, I didn't...
It's cool, Max. I'll see you in class.
What an interesting character.
Teller, save the Abraxas house!
Hey, Jeanette.
Oh, hey.
I've been meaning to ask you. Have you ever considered applying to grad school for photography?
Yes. Actually, I wanted to ask you about it. But I figured if you thought it was a good idea, you would have brought it up.
I just don't see the point in going to grad school for an art.
I only have a GED. You don't need grad school to be a professional photographer, but it's certainly an option.
Oh, right. You're self-taught. I always forget that. Most of the applications require an artist statement, so I've been working on one. Would you mind taking a look?
I'd love to.
Ugh, it sounds really pretentious.
Artist statements are just like that. You're right in the pocket.
The first time I got to hold a camera, I was overwhelmed with the desire to capture an image of my mother, asleep in a hammock. My artistic instincts were so strong that I nearly dropped her Kodak P880 on her face. When my mother woke up, grabbed back her camera, and forbade me from touching it for the rest of our vacation, I learned a valuable lesson. Photography is about permission. We are surveilled to some degree or another anytime we set foot on a city street or log on to our devices. We can take pictures of people with our phones, watches, or sunglasses, with or without their consent. But to take someone's photograph is very different from simply taking their picture, though it might sound like semantics. To photograph someone is to ask another person if you can treat them as a piece of art, not as a commodity or a consumer. It redefines communication, introduces playfulness and spontaneity, and demands collaboration between the photographer and the subject. In a world beset on all sides by technology, which often has an isolating effect, photography remains a technology that connects us together.
I know it's a long shot, but I really love your class, and some of these programs have financial aid, so...
So what on earth do you have to lose by applying?
Exactly.
Okay, let's meet after class on Tuesday. I'll do my own research on MFA programs, and we can touch base.
That would be amazing.
Hey, don't wait for other people to tell you that you're an artist. You are an artist, whether they see it or not.
Wow. Thanks, Max. I'm so lucky to have you as my mentor.
Don't start crying. Don't start crying.
Save the Abraxas house! Down with President Teller!
I don't mean to interrupt.
Well, unless you want to help me liaise with the Abraxas Alumni Network, you are. Excuse me.
I can't just push Owen.
Well, unless you want to...
Oh, the guy protesting over here.
The Abraxas house! Down with President...
Reggie is working really hard to advocate for Abraxas. I don't think this will help.
Gotta mix direct action with institutional pressure. Down with President Teller!
President Teller's sitting in the quad over there. I'm not sure he can hear you.
I can do something about that. Thanks, lady.
I hope the power of protest is enough to get Owen away from that folder.
Defend the student's right to self-govern! Save the oppressed!
What is it now?
Well, this certainly wasn't pulled from the archives. Must be the real Owen.
Reggie's gonna deal with it. Did you know he was an economics major before he met you and switched to visual arts? What a shame.
So you became the president of a liberal arts college, but you hate the arts. What's that about?
Contrary to the graffiti around campus, I'm not a heartless suit. For example, I'm something of a collector of Stieglitz prints.
You know, Stieglitz was one of the first people to champion photography as an art form.
He was, though I'm sure Stieglitz would be horrified at the state of postmodern art.
Well, Stieglitz has been dead nearly 100 years. I'd be disappointed if he wasn't a little freaked out by my work. Your plans to expand the campus are receiving a lot of pushback. Have you had any second thoughts?
Of course not. The situation in academia is dire. If we aren't aggressive in securing our future, we won't have one.
If you change Caledon beyond recognition, have you secured its future at all?
A question for philosophers and linguists who, despite my better judgment, still have majors here.
He's just such a dick.
You really seem to have it out for the Abraxas Society.
Yes. How dare I want to get rid of a damaged building and build some much-needed classroom space.
I have nothing against a new science building. But
Loretta Rice is tenacious in her pursuit of rumor and nonsense. All the more reason to demolish the house and move past the rumors once and for all.
I'll let you get back to it.
Please.
Please tell me Safi isn't with her mother right now. Or being her mother right now.
Max, you're out here. That's great.
Complaining about the new boss to the old boss?
And to think I used to complain about her. I didn't know how good I had it.
Nor does Owen. Once everything calms down, he'll be able to appreciate everything you're doing for him. Just give him time.
I know how she manipulates people with flattery, but it still works.
Is this an official graduate program performance review?
Officially? No. Unofficially, I could not be prouder or more honored that Vin is the first Regent's Chair grant recipient of my tenure.
I never thought I'd make it to college, let alone business school. Caledon's given me so much. And yet, somehow I managed to give it even more in return.
This grant is set up to foster the next generation of Caledon leadership. There is no one more deserving.
Owen has a lot of big plans for the school. How is the board handling it?
The way they handle everything, by clutching their pearls. And they're all rich retirees, so they literally wear pearls.
We do. We have a call scheduled this afternoon to hear some updates about his Caledon 2.0 plans. I'm sure it will be as lively as ever.
If not livelier.
I'll leave you two to catch up.
Enjoy your weekend. The campus is beautiful this time of year.
Yeah, go take your next famous photo. Preferably of me.
You know I always support your work, Maxine, but if you take his portrait before you take mine...
Don't listen to her.
Maybe I can use this photo to get to the folder on the table.
Mind if I move that folder? My last shot felt a little cluttered.
Thank you for reminding me. It's yours. That auditing student handed it to me and told me to pass it on if I saw you. Strange girl.
While we'd love to stay in pose, we really should get ready for the call with the board. Pray for us.
That was fun. Meet me at the Turtle for part 2. XOXO.
Oh my gosh.
Safi's just fucking with me now. She's not even here. Safi's been one step ahead of me this whole time. Hopefully now I can get some answers.
Well, I think that's as good of a place as any to end the stream for now. I will be back sometime in the near future to continue streaming this game. I'm guessing we're probably about halfway to finishing it. I'm enjoying it so far. Safi is really throwing a wrench in things, but I'm having a hard time figuring out who the ultimate bad guy is in this game. It's gonna be probably, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be shocking if it ends up being any of the couple of people I think it could be, but it's just going to be really, I guess, weird to see how it ends up playing out. And I don't really know what Safi's getting at. Like, I know she's got an issue with the university and academics and all that, but I don't know if she's trying to destroy it or trying to get more information about something or what. So, I'll be back sometime in the near future to continue it. We can see it together. If you liked this stream and you would like to continue to watch me playing through this game, please subscribe to my Twitch or YouTube so that you can see any future videos. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful whatever, wherever you are, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.